Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles, and welcome today to the Motivation and Success podcast show for entrepreneurs. Today on the show, we have an incredible guest for you. Her name is Nellie Akalp, and she's the founder of a very successful company that does business incorporation. So if you're a brand new entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur just starting up, if you want to start a small business, maybe you haven't even taken that jump yet, but you're not sure how to get started and how to get all the legal filing done, to get your trademarks done, to get your incorporation done. That's what Nellie does, and she's going to share with you in the show today what you need to look at to get your business legal. Did you want an LLC? Did you need a C Corp, an S Corp? She's going to talk about the differences between these different various business entities and what you can do to protect yourself, and how you can get it done really cheaply, really effectively, really fast, without having to worry about all the paperwork and all the headache and the hassles and, having to worry about did you do it right and is someone going to come after you because you didn't do it right. So I think it's so important, as an entrepreneur, and on the show especially, I think that the most important thing in business is your passion for what you're doing, your passion for your customers and your belief in yourself and where you're going and how you're going to help people and your service that you're providing to the world. But, to back that passion up and make it a reality, you have to have the technical know-how, the technical skills to get things done. And that's why I wanted to have Nellie on the show to teach you, if you don't know what to do, how to get started, how to get your business legal, just get it done. Just, have someone do it for you. It's really, really cheap, really effective way to do it and get things done so you can get on to doing the important things to grow your business, to build your business, to make a difference in the world. So I hope this show is going to support you and your mission to make a difference in the world and grow your business. All right, enjoy it, take great notes, and enjoy the interview. Well, Nellie, thanks so much for being with us today on the Motivation and Success podcast show. Tell us about your background and what got you interested in business in the first place.
Tom, thank you so much. It's a pleasure being on your show today. My name is Nellie Akalp, CEO and founder of Corpnet.com. Corpnet.com provides we're a self-help legal document filing service whereby we help entrepreneurs, small business owners start a business, whether it be incorporating their business, forming an LLC, or simply maintaining an existing business into corporate compliance. My business, Corpnet.com, is my second document filing service. I've been in this industry for the past, God knows, 13, 14 years now. I've been in I consider myself a small business expert in the area of small business startups. My first company, mycorporation.com, where we founded it in 1997. We sold it to Intuit back in 2005, and currently they're privately held by another business owner. We wish them well. We're healthy competitors, and my husband and I, Phil Akalp, decided to come back in and start all over again and started Corpnet.com in 2009, and it's been in business for 3 years, and we're rocking and rolling.
Awesome. So has a lot changed in the last 15 years or so you've been around the industry in regards to filing for business entity and that kind of thing?
The process of forming a corporation or an LLC, I would say, hasn't really changed that much, other than, probably every state updates its forms on a yearly basis. However, from a marketing standpoint and from a business climate, it's changed drastically. When we founded our first company, mycorporation.com, in 1997, we were one of the up-and-coming companies in the area of online incorporation. And, we were probably one of 4 companies. And when we started all over again with Corpnet.com, my current company, the landscape has changed a lot. When we started Corpnet.com, we're probably, we considered ourselves the new kids on the block and probably competing, against another, 1,000 online incorporation companies, including what we refer to as the 800-pound gorilla, LegalZoom.com.
Gotcha. So there's a lot of competition. So how do you set yourself apart? We work with lots of online marketers. I'm an online marketer myself. I mean, we all, if you're not in an industry online that's not competitive, then you probably don't have a big market in the first place, right? So how do you stick out from the competition?
That's a really good question, and I consider myself, I'm not some big anonymous corporation, with automated phone calls and, automated attendants to treat their, clients as a number. We're a small business catering to small businesses, and I want to remain that way. Of course, I'm competitive, but really, really, we differentiate ourselves based on the level of client interaction we have with our clientele and the customer service we provide. We actually got secret shopped a while back, and we were hands down rated #1 as the best phone, email, web support company in providing our customers with the level of customer service that we provide. So our products and services is not something that's there's a secret sauce to it. We offer small businesses a way of getting their business legal, whether it be incorporating a business, forming an LLC, or simply filing as the sole proprietorship by filing or registering a DBA or fictitious business name. So there's really not much of a secret recipe or a secret sauce to getting your business legal, but it's the way we provide that customer service and the level of interaction that we provide to our clientele that sets us apart from our competition.
That's awesome. And I think that's so important. I don't think it can be said enough, especially when it comes to online businesses, that customer service is the key. Because I bought a ticket from American Airlines the other day, and I tried to call them for customer support, and they do not answer the phone. Literally, if you press the pound sign over and over again, they will not answer the phone. So my next backup, if someone doesn't answer the phone, I talk to them on Twitter. So on Twitter, I said, "Hey, American Airlines, what's up? Why don't you guys answer the phone?" And they were, direct messaging me on Twitter, and basically they said, we're not set up to make phone calls or receive phone calls from customers. And I'm like, are you serious? What kind of company is that? And that's how you set yourself apart from these giant companies that don't care about the customers at all, is that you provide them real service and you actually help them when they have a problem.
And unfortunately, I don't want to speak poorly of my competition. Every one of our competitors is out there, and they're doing the best that they can. And I believe that there's plenty of business to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
I just feel that for us, what makes it work and what's really the recipe to our success is that personal, client interaction. Really treating each customer with the level and need that their business needs. We make their business our priority, and it works for us. I always take a personal approach to each of my clients, and that how would I want to be dealt in that situation? So I make sure that our team is trained to fully take in our clients' needs and respectively, deal with them on that level. With respect to, our competition, again, we have no animosity against our competitors. I think LegalZoom specifically is a great company with a great number of leaders that's heading the company. Again, we don't really feel we're even competing with them because we're more small business catering to small business, and that's what works for us.
Awesome. Well, let's get into the details then of, for someone who wants to start a new business and they don't know how to get the legal aspects of it figured out, what do they need to know?
Well, basically, when a small business owner starts a business, the whole idea of, the legal aspects of starting a business can be really daunting and scary to a small business owner. So where we come in here at Corpnet.com is to try to take the hassle off the business owner's plate and really, kind of ease their minds and, take off the hassle and the paperwork off their plate so that they can focus on what they do best, which is running and growing their business, and leave all the paperwork and all the dealings with the Secretary of State in getting their business legal to us, So oftentimes a small business owner, when they start a business, they often think of, incorporating or forming an LLC or simply getting their business set up as a sole proprietorship can be a scary set of tasks. And, we're here to help them in educating them that, it's not the case. In fact, if you choose an online, legal service, such as our company, it can be really simple and it can save you a lot of money and headache down the line.
Gotcha. So can you kind of walk us through the process then of what do you need to file? Let's say you're, let's talk about first of all, actually, LLC or C corporation or sole proprietorship. If you're writing an ebook or starting a blog, what business entity should that be involved in?
Okay, so let me remind you that Corpnet.com is simply a document filing service. So I'm here just basically providing tips and guidance. I can't provide any specific type of legal advice to anybody. So anything I say here should be taken as a matter of guidance and opinion,
Okay.
and anyone who's really in the process of getting their business legal, if you have not taken the steps to educate yourself as to what legal entity is best for you, you should definitely consult an attorney or your tax professional in choosing the best entity structure for your small business. But many small business owners in general consider themselves too small to worry about incorporating or forming an LLC. However, as you said, whether you're a social media consultant or a blogger or a web designer, incorporating or forming an LLC can always be a smart idea at any stage of your small business. And I'm here to hopefully try to educate and get those business owners to think about this as one of the first steps in getting their business off the ground. So what I'd like to do is cover the most frequently visited business structures that a small business owner should consider in getting their business legal, and that would be the limited liability company, also referred to as the LLC, the S corporation, and also the C corporation. In addition to, there are many others such as the nonprofit corporation, the professional corporation. But for a small business owner with less than 10 employees, typically with small business owners, we either see single member, LLCs or single man corporations. If you're considering taking the next level up and incorporating or forming an LLC. So generally with a small business owner, it's either themselves or with a couple of employees. So what we recommend here at Corpnet is that if you're a small business owner, obviously, if you want to get your business legal and you want that liability protection, but you do not want the corporate headache or the corporate formalities, you want to go ahead and consider the LLC or the limited liability company. And the reason why is because with the LLC, you get the best of both worlds. Not only you get the liability protection that a corporation would afford you if you were to become incorporated, but you don't have to deal with all the headache and the corporate formalities that comes with a corporation. With the LLC, what you're getting is the single most important, piece of document that binds the LLC is called an operating agreement, okay? And for a small business owner who's, worried about running the business, marketing the business, really getting the business out there and building a brand, they really don't have the time to focus on corporate formalities and paperwork. So for that reason, the LLC is a really great business structure for that small business owner. In addition, the tax benefits for an LLC are really, really super, super exciting as well, in that with an LLC, you don't have to pay, you get that double, you get that tax feature avoidance whereby it acts as a pass-through tax entity whereby you don't have to pay taxes once at the corporate level and then once at the individual level. Mm-hmm. So you get that pass-through taxation feature as well. Mm-hmm. Then you have the S corporation, where a lot of small business owners tend to choose as well. With the S corporation, however, there are some strict requirements that the IRS places limits as to who can become an S corporation. For example, you have to be a citizen to be able to qualify as an S corporation. But stepping back, basically an S corporation starts off, it's a regular C corporation. You have to form articles of incorporation to become, corporation first, and then to become an S corporation, you have to make a filing with the IRS. And in the eyes of the IRS, for tax purposes, you're treated as an S corporation. That election that you make with the IRS is whereby the IRS places limits in that you have to qualify and meet the requirements that the IRS places on you to become an S corporation. But again, an S corporation is a great business structure for those businesses that can qualify. in that, you do, again, get that double taxation avoidance, okay? And then the other benefit with the S corporation is that if a small business owner wants to receive employment benefits, for example, listing themselves as an employee on a payroll, they can do that. Whereas with the LLC, you cannot, okay? A member of an LLC cannot be placed, on payroll as an employee of the LLC, okay? But both entity structures have their, negatives and positives. Again, the LLC has great features. There's not really many limitations with the LLC that bars a small business owner to become an LLC. And plus, with an LLC, literally anybody can become a member of an LLC. Whereas with the S corporation, that's not the case. And for those of you, considering between the LLC versus the S corporation, my website, www.corpnet.com, we have excellent content that basically goes through, we're giving you the differences between the LLC and the S corporation, or an LLC versus a C corporation. You can also visit my blog, which is the starting line. Again, you can access it from our company website at corpnet.com. But for a small business owner, again, with less than 5 employees, the two hot structures that we see coming across Corpnet for us to get, small business owners' businesses off the ground is typically the S corporation or the LLC.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. Those are the most common for sure. And so let's talk about also, the cost of it, because, most entrepreneurs, starting on a business, they might be on a small budget. Maybe they don't have any investors yet, and they're just kind of starting from home or on the kitchen table, as most of us entrepreneurs do start that way. So how much does it cost to get, an LLC or an S corp or a C corp off the ground?
Generally speaking, if you use a reputable online document filing service such as my company, we have 3 different packages. Our basic package starts from just $49 plus the state filing fees. So, for example, where do you live, Tom?
I live in Hawaii right now.
Okay. Oh, wow. Aloha.
Yeah, aloha.
So Hawaii, let's see. Hawaii state filing fees are somewhere about $50, I believe. Okay. So to set up a corporation in Hawaii, for example, you would be paying our service fees of $49 plus the state fees of Hawaii. So you can get a basic corporation. I mean, just bringing the corporation into existence for under $150. However, again, I don't recommend our basic package because, our basic package is designed for that, for a professional network, which is our attorneys and accountants, for the small business owner who needs a little bit more hand-holding, and who needs, us to provide them with more than just a simple basic service. I recommend our deluxe or our complete. Our deluxe, the small business owner tends to get everything they need to walk into the bank and open up the bank account and start conducting their corporation or LLC immediately. Our deluxe package is $149 plus state fees. So in a nutshell, with any of our packages that you choose, whether it be the basic at $49 or our complete, which is $249, under literally $300, you can have a corporation or LLC set up. So, and you've saved yourself the headache and the hassle of, doing the paperwork yourself. And because you have that ease of mind that, the documents have been filed correctly and, they're going to be at your door within the promised business days or the promised time that, my company, Corpnet, has promised to deliver them.
Awesome. So you just know, you got peace of mind that everything's done right and the IRS isn't going to come after you because you messed everything up, right?
Well, not only that, but, sometimes, again, there are many different options affordable to small business owners in getting a corporation or LLC set up. Obviously, on the top of that list is you can hire a business attorney or a business lawyer to form a corporation or LLC. But at the same time, you're going to have to pay those legal fees to get your corporation or LLC set up. It could be anywhere from, $1,500 upwards of $3,000 to $5,000. So a small business owner, generally speaking, doesn't have that type of capital to invest, especially at the startup phase of their company. So the other two options available is doing it yourself or choosing an online legal document filing service such as my company, Corpnet.com. Doing yourself, if you're a savvy business owner and you've done the research and you really, know your way around, online and on the internet, then I implore you to do that, But keep in mind, if you choose the do-it-yourself approach, there are still steps that you need to comply with to prevent the risk of having your documents being rejected at the state level, So, you can do it yourself, but what we generally face is that small business owners come to us and say, I tried to do it myself, but then I forgot I had to, do a name search to make sure the name was available. I also didn't know that, we needed a physical business address, and I used a P.O. box. So there's, states vary from one state to another, and certain states have specific requirements, which many small business owners don't know about. So that's why we recommend them coming to us, having us take care of the paperwork so that they don't run the risk of their corporation or LLC being rejected, and they can focus on what they do best, which is growing their business, running their business, and getting their business off the ground.
Definitely. And like you said, it's so much cheaper than an attorney. I mean, I know, being in business for several years now, there's always these times when I was new and I would go to an attorney and say, hey, what about this, what about that? And like, you get the bill and it's like $500, $1,000 just for like a tiny little meeting or a phone call, and it's like, this is ridiculous. But when you're new, sometimes you make those mistakes and you realize later on, like, maybe I don't really need to see an attorney for this case. I can just do some research online, if it's just a small little thing. Obviously, there's sometimes when you definitely need an attorney and you should go, but you definitely want to avoid those big bills, especially when you're starting out, because an extra $2,000 in legal fees, you could spend that on marketing, and you could have so many new customers coming in the door with just $2,000. So you've got to be smart with your budget.
Yes, again, my husband is a lawyer. He's admitted to the California bar. We don't have anything against lawyers at all. In fact, we service a lot of lawyers. A lot of lawyers are our clients and basically refer their clients to us to get their business incorporated or, file an LLC for their clients. However, we're their silent fulfillment partner. So, they refer the clients to us. They try to pass on the savings to the client. And then when the client really, needs that money to, hire an attorney to provide them with legal advice, then they do so. It's really, really, it's a win-win situation in that, one, the lawyer, becomes more of a credible source because the client looks to them as like, oh, you know what, you're not really trying to rip me off here. You're trying to actually save me money. And, and here we are, we're doing the filing correctly for them because this is what we do. We do this for a living, day in, day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know. So, the lawyers trust us in that they know the filing will be done correctly. And then, when the client really needs that legal advice, then they go to a lawyer and they pay that money that they would have, had to pay to them, initially. They save it and they pay it to the lawyer when they really need legal advice, not by just merely filing paperwork.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so important, definitely. Well, Nellie, is there anything I should have asked you that I haven't yet that, a new business owner would need to know?
Again, when I would recommend, first, if you're starting out as a small business owner, first and foremost, you've got to start with, whatever you're trying to provide, whether it's a service or a product. Make sure you're passionate about what you do. Make sure you're believing in the product or service that you're offering, because really, I think success for any small business owner comes from, believing in the product or service that you're going to be launching or, trying to promote out there. So if you don't believe in it, then, I don't think success will come naturally, and it won't, it won't be a successful product or service. Once you've honed in on what that product or service is that you want to make into a reality and you want to launch your business, then I would definitely recommend for you to, take a look at, for example, starting a business checklist. We offer a great guide. It's a step-by-step, checklist as to how to start a business. You can come to www.corpnet.com and download it. And then, just go through the steps, review it. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Coming directly to the website, you can reach out to me personally at Twitter. My Twitter name is @CorpnetNellie. You can go to our small business blog. But, once you've decided you want to start a business, the next question is, okay, how do I legalize the business? Do I simply remain as a sole proprietor? Do I incorporate or form an LLC? Once you've, kind of honed in on what that small business structure is, then you want to, definitely make sure that you understand where the business is going to be set up, how it's going to be set up, and ultimately who's going to do it for you. And we hope that we can service your clientele and we can, incorporate and form that business for you, because I can guarantee you we'll save you a lot of money.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nellie. It's been awesome to have you on the show. I know it's going to help thousands of entrepreneurs, have a much better start to their business and feel a lot more confident about getting into business. So thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, Tom. Have a great day.
You too. Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles. Hope you loved the show today with Nellie. I hope you got a lot of great notes out of that. Hope you got a lot of great information, and I hope you're going to put this into action. I hope you will just, get your business legal, whatever you need, whether it's an LLC or C Corp. Hope you'll just go out there and get it done so that you don't have to worry about the stress anymore, and you can just focus on growing your business, building your brand, and helping and serving more people in this world. So I hope you loved the show today, got a lot of great information out of this, and hope you'll come join us at blogbusinessschool.com. We have an amazing free training course for you to teach you how to grow your business online, no matter what industry you're in or what your product or services are. We've got a proven system that you can use to grow your business online, and it's all free. All the training is totally free, and I hope you'll take advantage of that and come join us. And if you have any questions anytime, you can contact me. You post a comment on the show below, or contact me on Twitter at JuiceTom, JuiceTom, or come join me on my blog, onlineinternetmarketinghelp.com. All right, wishing you an incredible day. Take care, and I'll see you next week.